gonna pin. Just pinning this to the top. Come on. There we go. Hi. How are you guys? So I'm just going to go through the Stitchalong prep. And this is kind of how to set up your hoop, how to get started for the first day of the Stitchalong, which is the 4th. Sorry, I got a message. So yeah, that's exciting. So if you haven't got your pattern yet, this is the pattern, and you can get that in the shop. So if you go to thebarmyfox.etsy.com, you'll get 4 documents in total. One is a little introduction, and it tells you all of these kinds of things that we're going to talk about today in the document. But I thought I'd come on and do a little chat about it, and then show you how to hoop the fabric. This is an 8-inch hoop. I'm going to be stitching on a 7-inch hoop. And you also have the option of doing a 6-inch hoop. So there's 3 different sizes in the pattern already. So yeah, what you'll need for the stitch along are some threads. I chose some just regular embroidery floss threads. I have 6 strands. Yeah, easy peasy. I chose lots of greens, and then I'm going to do black here. And then I might do a little candy cane twist. Let me see if I can find that one. I had it here a couple days ago. I think it's over on the other table. But it's like a red and white. It looks like a candy cane. Yeah, here it is. So this was actually in the pattern from last year. Hi, George. And it makes your text look like a candy cane. So that's quite fun. So I might do that for Holly and Jolly. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to get right into it. The first thing you're going to need to do is print whichever size pattern that you would like to stitch. So I did a 7-inch hoop, and I've already have it transferred. I've already traced it and everything. And what you're going to want to do is print the one that's just black and white. I've printed the color one as well, because we're going to talk about color just after this, after I show you how to hoop the fabric and trace it. You want to do this one because it's really easy to see all of the lines when you put it behind like that. Yeah? So this one is a little bit more difficult to see all of the details, especially with the colored in one. So you're going to want to have the just plain black and white one in whichever size you choose. And like I said, there's 6-inch, 7-inch, and 8-inch patterns already in the pattern when you download it. So after you've printed the size that you would like, you're going to get the hoop that you want. So this is the 8-inch hoop. I just thought it would be easy to show. And you're just going to want to undo it like that at the top. Some of them have a place where you can put your screwdriver in the end. Like this one. So this one has a screwdriver in the end. And then this is an actual nut, I think it's called. So you're going to need a screwdriver and some pliers to really tighten that up. But for these ones, They're okay like that. So you take the inside hoop and lay it flat like this and put your fabric over the top. Now, when I cut my fabric, I really just kind of guess, and I like to cut it in a circle because the corners will catch when you're pulling your thread through. You push it on like that, pick up the whole thing, and you're going to tighten it like halfway. And you can tell when it starts to do this kind of fluffy bit and gets bunched up. That's when you're going to want to start to very gently pull it all the way around. Because it's not tight all the way yet, yeah? And you can notice there's a big kind of crease down the middle. Tighten it more. And then you're going to, so this is just my stomach here. I like to put the edge of the hoop against my stomach and then pull it. Pull the fabric all the way around. And you'll notice that the big crease or wrinkle in the fabric is slowly coming out. Yeah? And we're not done. So you're going to want to tighten it almost all the way, as tight as you could possibly get it. And then pull again one more time, all the way around. You want to make sure that the fabric is really nice and tight and that there's no gaps between the hoop, the outer hoop, and the inner hoop. And if you find that you have a hoop that has some gaps, meaning that these two, the outside hoop and the inside hoop, they don't meet up all the way through, you can put some tape on the inside here, just regular like masking tape, a couple times around, and then you can see if that helps. Or washi tape. Washi tape works really well too. So there we go. If you listen closely, you should hear like a drum sound when you tap. That means it's nice and tight. Yeah? So I'm just going to go over the couple different ways that you can transfer your pattern onto your hoop. So I'm not going to actually trace it because like I said, I've already traced mine. So this is all ready to go for the 4th. But I'm just going to show you a couple different ways that you can. So my favorite way, because I'm lazy and I don't want to rehoop the fabric again after I've already made it nice and tight and snug. Pretend this is the 8-inch pattern because this is an 8-inch hoop. What you're going to do is you're going to cut it, the circle out, and we're going to slide it behind like this. This is my absolute favorite way to trace. If you need to, you can put some tape on each side, or I always have some blue tack. Pfft, look at this. I always have some blue tack in my little tray next to me that you can just kind of stick around. You don't need to tape it or blue tack it at all. And then all you need to do is just put your fingers on the back like this and trace out everything that you want to do. The other way is to leave your pattern on the table, or you can tape it up on a window and flip your hoop around the other way like this and just set your hoop on top. And actually, even with the colors, you can't see so well, but you can see better than I thought you could. And then you would trace it that way. Yeah? The third way is if you don't have a printer and you can't print it out, you can take your computer or iPad and use that as a light box. So you can take the pattern like this and you can blow it up to whatever size that you'd like. And then you can trace it just like that. To get the screen to stop moving, you push the button 3 times. You can set it up in guided access. And it starts this lock screen. So actually I can move this all around with my fingers and it won't move. You can notice that this is kind of gray around here, and this is the area that I selected previously. So I can still do the outside corners if I want to do stuff there, but the actual image isn't going to move. So when I'm tracing it, that's good. Okay, so after you've got it all stitched up, or not stitched up, after you've got it all traced up, I will say that I like to hold my embroideries like this when I'm stitching. So you can see kind of my fingernails are here. That's how I do most of my stitching when I'm not using the stand. So if I use this way, I will definitely flip the fabric over so that I can hold it better. Hi, how are you? So I can hold it better when I'm stitching. So that's just a personal preference. So if you used the iPad way that I just showed you, or if you put this on the window or on your table and trace it like this, and you have the hoop kind of, I call it upside down or backwards, I would definitely flip that over so that I can hold it better. But it's up to you, whatever you kind of feel like. So there we go. There's that bit, tracing. So pretend that I've traced it already, because obviously I already have. I'm gonna do the 7-inch hoop. So this is what we have. I'm just gonna go over kind of picking some colors, because a lot of people have, can I just go backwards for a minute, because I get a lot of questions about this. The pens that I use to trace are the Pilot Frixion ball pens like this, and they are heat erasable. I think I got this one in the UK. That's why it has like flames on it. Yeah, but this is what they look like. They're just regular pens. The back or the cap sometimes will have this little eraser, and it's because you're meant to erase by friction. So by using this rubber to erase it, that's how you erase it, like if you write on paper. But with these ones, they're the same pen. This one's 0.5. It's just a little bit thinner. And this one's 0.7. I don't think it says it on there, but that's what it is. Yeah, there it goes. 0.7. Thank you. I just did them last night. Did you see my stories about them? It's like the perfect nude, isn't it? It's like such a nice, like, light pink. I'm definitely going to use this again. It's so pretty. Okay, sorry. So yeah, so the thing with this one is that it erases with heat. So you can take a hairdryer and just blow dry the whole thing and it will disappear. So that's really great. If you make a mistake, you can definitely erase it, just not with the eraser. You need to use the blow dryer, or you can use an iron on like a really, really, really low setting. The only downside is that they have been known to come back with the cold. So like I joked about before, if you're like snowboarding or doing like, snowball fights or something with your embroidery, then that's probably going to be a problem. But if not, it probably won't. The other thing that I have done before is taken this out of the hoop. And if there's big lines that I did not stitch over, I'll just get them wet a little bit and then just leave it on the radiator to dry, and that seems to take them away. So for me, that works. But for you, it's up to you. Some people use pencils, and I'm not a big fan of pencils because if you mess up, it's difficult to erase them on the fabric. So again, up to you. So if you notice in the pattern that I just had that was colored in, I've included this into your pattern as well. And this is just a little suggestion. There's no color numbers or anything like that, because it's more about a bunch of greens together, not necessarily the exact color number, if that makes sense. And I've just noticed that there's a mistake on here. So what you're gonna need to do is make a line like that. So that's great. Everyone's human, guys, okay? Relax. So yeah, so what you just need to do is just get an array of greens. So there are 7 different kinds of leaves on here. I've just counted. So there's 7 different ones that we're going to do. And then we'll use red for these little berries, or white, or red and white. It's up to you. And then black for the outlining of the banner. And then, like I said before, I might do this red and white candy cane stripe for the lettering of Holly Jolly. That might be quite fun, but I'm not sure yet. So if you want to do that, then you also need a white. So yeah, let's pick some colors. So what I like to do is have a really nice mix of darks and lights. So I pulled some colors that might be good, as well as like a almost like a grayish green, and then a really dark blue, because I might do some of the letters in a blue. I don't know. We'll just see what happens. So the first thing I'm going to do is choose some light ones, because you can tell by saws here, and then some of these ones here and here. You're going to need 2 lighter colors. So I might do something like this and something like this. Those are very similar. So let's change. Maybe these 2, or maybe this one. So there's it for the lighter ones. And then I like to go all the way to the darkest ones next. So the darkest ones are going to be these kind of pine coney ones, or these little stick looking things. So I'm going to need 2 really dark colors for that for sure. So I'll pick this one. It is green. You can't really see, but it is a green. It's just really, really dark. And then maybe for the pine cone, I've got 2 colors for the pine cone, a light and a dark. So maybe I'll do these 2. And then the ones in the middle, I kind of fill in per leaf as I need it. I hope this is making sense to you guys. So I know that for these kind of holly looking ones, they're kind of a green. So let's pick something that's like quite bright. And you might think that holly is like a darker color. That's fine. Do what you want to do, you know? And then we'll need a kind of yellowy green, or these ones, these little ones here that kind of flop out. So maybe like this one or this one. Oh, I've picked the exact same color, I think. Yeah. And then we've got these ones here that are 2 colors. So for these ones, I would just pick 2 colors that kind of go together. I think before we've talked about, like, see, these are 2, they look nice, but they're quite similar. So maybe I'll pick those. These 2. And then we need this kind of bluish green, which I might do that one. That's like got a tint of blue in it. And then we have just these ones here left that have 2 colors. So I think I'll use the same green for the dark green for these little details in the leaves. And then let's find a green that goes with that. Maybe like a lighter one. So picking colors, it's not super exciting because I could do this literally all day, like just choosing maybe this one, maybe that one. Maybe I should go with something. I keep coming back to this one, so we'll try that for now. So yeah, like I said, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different colors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and somehow I've picked 9. So there you go. Actually 8, because I think I said one of these. So yeah, picking colors, I could do this all day, literally. Just swap in and out, in and out. Once you feel like you have the colors that you want or that you like, put them all together and see. This part of the song is always really loud. Put them all together and see if they kind of go together. So they won't all like blend together per se. But if this is going to be your wreath, like what do you need to take out? What do you need to put back in? So maybe you think you need maybe more dark colors because we have a lot of light over here. You know, mix them up. Try and see what kinds of things that you like. Yeah. I'm also going to pick I'm going to add that one too. I'm also going to pick a white in case I want to do some like little white berries through here. So you can choose like a Blanc or B5200. You can tell one is very white and one's a little bit off white. So it just depends on what kind of look you're going for. I'm going to throw both of those in there. I've also picked this kind of light pink. It's like a cream colored pink. That might look nice instead of one of the whites. You never know. And then I've also picked a nice dark red. They're almost the same, but this one's a little bit darker. And then a brighter red for some of the berries and for the holly jolly. And then for these pine tree looking ones, this one, and this one, I'm going to do a brown stem. So I've picked 1 or 2 browns that could possibly go, I like this one, I think, or this one. That could possibly go with it. So after you kind of pick them all, I like to put them all together, like mix them all up and just see, like, do any of the colors like really stand out? Like that does not belong or that won't look nice, you know? So I think this is what I have to work with. Do we have any questions? I'm going to put this up on YouTube later because obviously I can't save the whole live on Instagram forever. So it will go up on YouTube. So if you have any questions, you can always message. Some of these have numbers, some of them don't. And I know that these ones are not DMC floss. These are from a small shop in my city. So I don't know if these will correspond to the actual. Well, let's just see. 3818. Let's see. I don't have the good one with the floss. If anyone wants to send me a good one with the floss, then please do. I just have the one with the picture. So yeah, that's quite close, isn't it? Let's see it again. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. So it's not like a direct match, but I'm like quite picky about that. I would say it would be like more like that. Or even that one. That's quite close. 3818. So yeah, I will tell you each day what color that I'm going to use. If you want to know, if you want to see it. So yeah, I think that's it. So if you have any questions, let me know. You can DM me. I think that's it from me. So the Stitchalong starts on the 4th of November. It's a Monday. We stitch from Monday to Friday. The weekends are off. That's because there's a lot of markets that are going on in November. So I can't for sure say that I'll be around every weekend. And it'll be for 3 weeks, but it's only 15 days because it's Monday through Friday. So 5 days, 5 days, 5 days, 15 days. So I hope you'll join. We always have such a great time. And yeah, I will speak with you soon. Talk to you later.